10 fascinating psychological facts that will blow your mind. Ever wondered what secret mechanisms drive our thoughts, behaviors, and interactions? Welcome to a deep dive into the intricate world of psychology, where we'll explore concepts that even seasoned experts find enthralling. Today, we unravel 10 fascinating psychological phenomena that will challenge your understanding and perhaps even make you question reality itself. The placebo effect. First on our list is the profound placebo effect, a testament to the mind's ability to influence physiological states. Beyond mere sugar pills, placebos can elicit measurable biochemical and physiological responses. Meta-analyses have shown that in some conditions, placebos can produce up to 75% of the effect of active treatments. For instance, in pain management, endogenous opioids released due to placebo can mirror the effect of morphine. Functional neuroimaging reveals that placebos activate brain regions such as the prefrontal cortex, anterior cingulate cortex, and periaqueductal gray, areas involved in pain modulation and emotional processing. In Parkinson's disease, placebos have led to increased dopamine release in the striatum, illustrating the profound neurochemical impact of expectations. The implications extend to clinical trial design, emphasizing the necessity of double-blind protocols to account for these psychobiological effects. The bystander effect. Next, the bystander effect, a counterintuitive soul phenomenon where the probability of help decreases as the number of witnesses increases. Originating from studies in the 1960s, this effect is underpinned by complex interplay between social, cognitive, and neural factors. Functional MRI studies indicate that when individuals are part of a group, there's reduced activation in the medial prefrontal cortex, an area associated with decision-making and personal responsibility. This neural diffusion of responsibility correlates with decreased likelihood to act. Moreover, mirror neuron system activity diminishes in group settings during observation of distress, indicating attenuated empathetic responses. Understanding this effect is crucial in emergency response training and public policy, promoting strategies that encourage individual accountability even within group contexts. Cognitive dissonance. Delving deeper, cognitive dissonance, the psychological tension arising from holding contradictory beliefs or behaviors, is a driving force behind attitude and behavior changes. Recent neuroimaging studies have identified increased activity in the anterior insula and dorsal anterior cingulate cortex during dissonant conditions, areas linked to error detection and emotional salience. This discomfort acts as a motivator for cognitive realignment. For example, in smoking cessation, smokers who are aware of health risks experience dissonance, prompting behavior change or rationalization. Advanced understanding of dissonance mechanisms aids in developing interventions for behavioral modification, leveraging the brain's inherent desire for consistency. The halo effect. Moving on to the halo effect, where perceptions of one positive trait influence judgments about unrelated characteristics. This cognitive bias extends beyond first impressions into realms like branding, judicial outcomes, and performance appraisals. Empirical studies demonstrate that attractive individuals are often ascribed higher intelligence and morality, a phenomenon with quantifiable consequences. In one study, attractive CEOs were associated with higher company stock prices, irrespective of actual performance. Neuroscientific research shows that the ventromedial prefrontal cortex plays a central role in integrating affective impressions, substantiating the neural basis of this bias. Acknowledging the halo effect is essential in creating fair assessment protocols and mitigating unconscious prejudice in professional settings. The forgetting curve. Memory retention isn't a static process, as illustrated by the forgetting curve. Ebbinghaus's pioneering work laid the foundation for understanding memory decay, which has been further elucidated through modern neuroscience. Current research attributes forgetting to synaptic weakening and neural pathway degradation. The hippocampus and neocortex play pivotal roles in memory consolidation and retrieval. Techniques like spaced repetition and retrieval practice have been shown to enhance synaptic strength and neuroplasticity, counteracting the natural decline depicted in the forgetting curve. Implementing these strategies is particularly relevant in educational curricula and skill acquisition, optimizing long-term knowledge retention through evidence-based approaches. The Dunning-Kruger effect. The Dunning-Kruger effect highlights a paradox where the least competent individuals overestimate their abilities, while experts often underestimate theirs, a miscalibration with significant societal impacts. Neuropsychological studies suggest this effect may stem from deficits in the prefrontal cortex, affecting self-evaluation and metacognition. In contrast, experts exhibit greater activation in regions associated with error processing and self-monitoring. Understanding this cognitive bias is critical in fields like academic assessment, workforce development, and even public discourse, where overconfidence can lead to misinformation. Promoting metacognitive training and fostering environments that encourage feedback can mitigate the deleterious effects of this phenomenon. Emotional contagion. Emotional contagion underscores the subtle yet powerful ways our emotions influence others, with implications spanning psychology, sociology, and even immunology. Studies utilizing social network analysis reveal that happiness spreads more robustly than unhappiness, affecting individuals up to 3 degrees of separation. Neurologically, the synchronization of emotional states is facilitated by the limbic system, particularly the amygdala and anterior cingulate cortex. In organizational settings, leaders' emotions significantly impact team morale and productivity. Recognizing and harnessing emotional contagion can lead to improved mental health outcomes and foster positive societal interactions. The pratfall effect. Exploring vulnerability's role in social perception, the pratfall effect demonstrates that exhibiting imperfections can enhance attractiveness, but with a caveat: it depends on perceived competence. Research indicates that competent individuals who commit minor blunders are deemed more relatable and likable. However, if the individual is already perceived as average or incompetent, errors can have the opposite effect. Functional MRI studies show increased activity in the ventral striatum when perceiving competent individuals' mistakes, associated with reward and social bonding. This phenomenon informs practices in leadership development and public relations, suggesting that strategic self-disclosure and authenticity can strengthen interpersonal connections. Synesthesia. Synesthesia offers a window into the neuroplasticity and interconnectedness of sensory pathways. Far from being a mere curiosity, it provides insights into perception, cognition, and creativity. Genome-wide studies have identified genetic components associated with synesthetic experiences, suggesting hereditary patterns. Neuroimaging reveals that synesthetes exhibit increased gray matter in regions like the fusiform gyrus and intraparietal sulcus, areas involved in sensory integration. Understanding synesthesia not only deepens our comprehension of sensory processing, but also informs theories on metaphor, language development, and the neural basis of consciousness. The Pygmalion effect. Finally, the Pygmalion effect encapsulates the transformative power of expectations on performance. This psychosocial phenomenon extends beyond education into management and personal relationships. Mechanisms underlying this effect include increased feedback, opportunities, and support given, often unconsciously, to those from whom more is expected. Neuroendocrinological studies suggest that positive expectations can reduce stress-related hormones like cortisol, enhancing cognitive function and resilience. Leveraging the Pygmalion effect requires conscious cultivation of positive expectations and equitable treatment, fostering environments where individuals can actualize their potential. We've journeyed through 10 captivating psychological concepts, each unraveling layers of the human mind's complexity. From the placebo and Pygmalion effect's testament to belief's power, to synesthesia's challenge of conventional sensory boundaries, these phenomena are more than academic. They're intrinsic to our daily experiences and interactions. For those well-versed in these topics, it's a reminder of the ever-evolving landscape of psychological science. As research delves deeper, we're continually refining our understanding, driven by empirical evidence and technological advancements in neuroscience. We invite you to join the conversation. What are your perspectives on these phenomena? Have you encountered them in your professional practice or research? Share your insights, and let's push the boundaries of knowledge together. If this exploration resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analyses and discussions on the forefront of psychological science. Until our next deep dive, keep questioning, keep exploring, and stay curious.